Whoa, right. Hi Jack, that was quick. Hello guys, welcome to the Keeping Goals Live Q&A. This is the Q&A that we do this time pretty much every week, where I get to answer your questions, chat to you about what's going on. If you're not watching this live, you can catch up obviously on the YouTube channel, but we do it around this time, which is about 5 p.m. UK time on a Thursday. So, Alfie, good to see you. Hubert, nice to see you. Jack, Harley, hello. Good to see so many of you guys on so quickly. Hi, Connor. Great name, Connor. Ted, nice to see you. Charlie, hello. Matthews, hello. Yeah, good to see you all. Right, so we're going to go for about 10-15 minutes. I've got training this evening, so Alfie, good to see you. Noah, hello. Ella, hello. Callum, Michael, glad to have you all on. So, as I said, Keeping Goals Live Q&A. Send your questions in. I will answer him. Jack got the Black Friday KA gloves. Hope they're good, Jack. Hope you enjoy them. Very, very good keeping gloves, as always. And yeah, if you want a pair of KA or Calia gloves, use the discount code O'Keefe for 10% off. And got a trial for a semi-pro team in net. Any advice? I get asked a lot about trials, what I need to do, blah, blah, blah. When you're doing trials, what you have to focus on is not trying too hard, not trying to chase the game, not trying to do too much. Just do what occurs in the situation. Thank you, Robert. Very kind of you. I appreciate that, mate. I'm going to go play FIFA. Callum, you don't want to ask a question first. How old am I? I'm 24. Glad you used the code, Jack. I'm glad. Is it too late to start at 18? It's never too late to start. Enjoy playing in goal. Play as much as you can. Have fun with it. Learn, improve, see what happens. But goalkeeping's for everyone, whatever age you are. Don't worry, Callum. I hope you enjoyed the feed so that you don't have to go play FIFA. I've never tried Esma Begovic's glove. I know some people that use them and say they're very, very good. Am I on FIFA? Linus, I'm not on FIFA yet, but I will be one day, and that'll be a good fun vlog when we do that one. Is being too tall a problem for a keeper? Well, you see keepers who are 5'10", 5'11". You see keepers who are 6'6", 6'7". So I think it's a pretty inclusive position. It depends how good you are, of course. Thank you, Luke. Very kind of you. Callum, thank you for subscribing. If you haven't all subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Sorry, so you don't miss an episode. Someone saying about Loughborough, number one choice for university. Would you honestly recommend it academically? I think, if I'm not mistaken, they've just come 5th in the Sunday Times list of universities for academics. So behind Cambridge, Oxford, and 2 of the London unis. But they're above Durham, they're above Manchester, they're above Liverpool, above Birmingham. They're a very, very, very good university for lots of different subjects, especially for engineering, and sports sciences and things like that. But I did business there, and it's a very, very good business school. So academically, Loughborough is an incredible uni, and everything else that has on top of that makes it the best, in my opinion. Am I on Football Manager? Yes, I am on Football Manager. I think, I'm not sure if it's updated with the move to Bruno's Magpies, but go and have a look. Let me know. Would you like to get a boot sponsor? Yeah, of course. I'd love to get a boot sponsor. I'm always looking for sponsors that want to sponsor me and support me on the journey. At the moment, I wear Nike Tempo boots and have done for a long time, but I would definitely be open to whatever people want to send my way. What's your main source of income? At the moment, I have to do quite a lot of different work in order to live. My main source of income, fortunately, is my football, but I do have to do other stuff because I'm not at the stage where I can live solely off what I make from football. But YouTube helps, other work that I do helps. Frankie's obviously with me and she's working very hard. She teaches and other jobs, so we get by. But fortunately, football is my main source of income, and that's something that I've always wanted. So we have to keep working hard to keep progressing. But yeah. Have you ever watched the channel Free Kickers? If so, what do you think about their goalkeeper, Alfie? I think, if I'm not mistaken, is that the German channel? Um, I think I've seen the goalkeeper. I think they did a video with Neuer recently or something like that, but it looks like a very, very popular channel. I haven't watched it very much, but I don't know too much about the goalkeeper. What age did you begin university? I went to Loughborough when I was, well, I was 18. No, I was 19 and I was just about to turn 20. So my birthday's in September. I had a year out from when I left school when I was full time at Macclesfield. And then I went to Loughborough the following year. So I was a year above most of the people in my year. When you say international football at the highest level, do you mean for the English national team? Robert, for me, international football at the highest level, you know, the leagues and the standard of football that you would consider the highest level. I think being an international is obviously probably the pinnacle of a player's career, so that's something that I would work very hard to try and achieve. But that could also be playing at the highest level in terms of club football as well. Hi Sam, good to see you. Do I use tape? No, I don't tape my hands or my fingers. A lot of people ask me that. If I was injured, if I had an injury, then yeah, I would definitely tape it up. But for me, I prefer to rely on just my hands and the strength within them. How do you feel about how Macclesfield are at the moment? Good question, Harvey. It's really sad to see the club struggling and to see them being deducted points and players not being paid. And I believe that they are close to solving it in terms of the club being sold to new owners, and hopefully that would help. But there's some brilliant people at Macclesfield, and I spent 8 years of my life there, so I always want the best for them, and hopefully they can come through it and not go the same way as clubs like Bury. So fingers crossed everything gets sorted out. Have you heard of ARS goalkeeping? Yeah, of course. Big channel, very, very popular, done some brilliant content. I really enjoy watching what he does over on there, so maybe we can work together and do something in the future. What's your advice for very strong power shots? Keep it out the goal as in any way you can, but obviously in training, if you build up the power that you're saving, then that will help. Do you think open tryouts are beneficial? Gebran, I think open tryouts, you have to be quite careful in terms of the company that are running them, so you don't want to be overcharged, you don't want people to start taking the mick and charging you a stupid amount of money for things that people aren't actually watching. But the right one in front of the right person can give you a good opportunity, so you have to try and evaluate it yourself. I have to go to training. My cup game is on Saturday. Good luck for the game. Let me know how it goes. Would you advise players to get into futsal? I've never played futsal myself, but it looks like an incredible sport. I want to do a video where we work with futsal goalkeepers because I think the position is really, really interesting, and there must be a lot that you can take in terms of reactions and speed into main goalkeeping. But any type of football is good, so make sure you get involved with it. I've played futsal against England. That's impressive, Kevin. Hope you had a good game and enjoyed it. What's the best KA gloves you have used? Matty, great question. Actually, in this Sunday's vlog, this Sunday's episode of Keeping Goals, I talk about the gloves, the KA gloves that I'm wearing at the minute, and they are definitely my favourite gloves, so you're going to have to watch that to find out. What time do you play on Friday? Our game on Friday tomorrow against Lincoln is at 8:30 p.m. So if you're around Gibraltar, you want to come and watch, let me know. What other good goalkeeper channels do you like? I think, let me have a think. Pro GK Academy is one of my favourite. I think Omar does some brilliant work both on Instagram and on YouTube, and you guys should subscribe to him, you should follow him, you should listen to what he's doing, because he talks a lot of sense in terms of real goalkeeping, how you can actually improve. There's a lot of stuff on social media where people just do stuff for likes and jump over things, and it's not really actual goalkeeping. But Omar puts out some really good content, so Pro GK Academy, go and have a look at his channels. Pickford, Pope or Dean Henderson for the Euros? Ooh, Henderson's having a worldy year. He's playing really, really well. He's got the confidence. You can tell he's on good form. He believes in himself, and he's playing very, very well. So you'd have to put that into consideration. I think if you remember the World Cup when Joe Hart was in form and he never played, they played Green and James, and they didn't give Hart an opportunity. I think that was a missed opportunity for England. So Henderson might get it. I mean, Pickford's done very well for England, but it'll be close going into it. And Pope is a very, very good keeper as well. So some good options. What's the difference between negative cut gloves, and the shorter strap and the gloves with the longer fingertip. I presume you mean the tip over the top of the finger, or you're talking about Calio gloves? I'm not sure. Let me know, and then I can answer properly. Keep shooting me your questions. We've got some good questions coming in today, guys. You're on fire. Is Cork City a good club for you? Thomas, I have a lot of family in Cork. I love Cork. It's an incredible city. I would love to play in Ireland one day. And I don't know too much about Cork City themselves. I haven't watched them play. But I have been to Cork a lot, and it's a brilliant city and a lot of family there. So if you get a chance to play in Bundesliga third division, would you go? To play in Germany, I want to play in Germany one day. I want to play in a lot of countries. I keep wanting to progress in my football, moving up, showing what I can do, moving to different countries, keep improving, keep learning. So Germany, yeah, why not? I'd love to play in Germany one day. Someone said Dublin. I got a lot of family in Dublin as well. Another great city. What's the highest playing level you think you'll reach? I don't know. You'll have to subscribe and keep watching Keeping Goals, and then you'll find out with me. We're kicking off our season in February. Yeah, I know that the Irish season is a little bit different in terms of when it runs. So it goes from February. When does it finish? Let me know. Would you play in Scotland? Yeah, definitely. How do you get the motivation to train as a teen? Good question. When you're a teenager, a lot of things are happening. Obviously, you have a lot going on at school. You've got a lot going on in your social life. You've got a lot of hobbies that you want to do. When I was a kid, I loved playing football, and that was all I wanted to do. October, thanks Thomas. So I just carried on training because it was what I loved, and I wanted to be a footballer. So that's why I focused on it. If you don't love something, you're not going to carry on with it. So make sure you pick something you love and keep going with it. What do you think of academies in Scotland? Matty, I don't know much about Scottish academy football, unfortunately, but I know a lot of good players that come out of Scotland, so I don't know too much about it, unfortunately. What's the best part about living abroad? Oh, nice question. I love exploring new places. I like seeing new things, meeting new people, learning the language. I was awful at languages at school, but the fact that I can speak Spanish now is ridiculous, and that's because I enjoy seeing new things. And I've been to a lot of amazing cities: Madrid, Malaga, Seville, Gibraltar, and traveling around and seeing new places and looking at the culture and learning new things and history. I really enjoy that. So to get to do that whilst playing football is amazing. Other than keeping, which other position do you like to play? Good question. When I play with my mates, like 5-a-side or 7-a-side, I'll always play outfield. When I was a kid, I used to play centre midfield. When I was 11, 12, Sunday League, I scored 20 goals in a season from centre mid. I scored 7 in a game once. I was a little bit erratic. I would be left wing 1 minute, then right back, then up front, then centre back. So I was a bit all over the place. So I think goal is probably the best place for me. Do you think it's best for a goalkeeper playing with players at the same level or playing at lads at a higher level? Hi Jack, nice to see you. I think when you play with players that are a higher level than you, it helps you to improve. When I went to Fuenlabrada, that was something that I experienced. I was playing with lads who played in La Liga, lads who play international football, people who play for Argentina and Spain. And when you're training with players like that, it really helps you to raise your game. But then I wasn't playing, so then you need to find a team where you can play. So there's a bit of a mix, but when you're developing, if you can get surrounded by people who are very, very good, that's something that will definitely benefit you. Can I use a training glove for matches? If you're comfortable in it, if you're happy with the glove, why not? What age did you start playing in goal? Harley, I played in goal from as long as I can remember, because my brother played up front. So when we were in the garden, even as kids, 3, 4 years old, he'd just shoot and I'd try and save it. Would you play for Ireland? I have Irish family. That's all I'm going to say. After training, don't worry, Jack. Enjoy your session. Hope you have a good one. Do you know any teams that have trials? Kevin, I don't myself, but I did a video basically talking about how to get a trial with clubs. Go back and watch that. That was series 2 of Keeping Goals, in terms of how to contact them, what to give them, the information about yourself, etc. Sorry, give that video a watch, and that should hopefully help. Sports icon that's influenced you the most? Ooh. I'm a massive Conor McGregor fan. I have been for probably the last 4 or 5 years. And although he went a little bit off the rails recently, his insane drive and determination and self-improvement from when he was about 24 and on benefits to where he is now is unbelievable, and that had a huge kind of influence on me. Was Gibraltar a good place to start your pro career, or did you expect something more? I don't expect anything. Nothing is given. Gibraltar was a great opportunity that I had, and something that I wanted to run with and see what happens, and it's taught me a lot, and I've learned a lot from it, and I'm still learning from it. So it was a great opportunity, and I'm very, very grateful for it. Nothing is ever going to be given. You're not going to be given a Premier League place when you come out of university, so you've got to work, and to come to Gibraltar and work is something that I'm very grateful to be able to do. What keeper do you think is most underrated in the world? Sirigu. I mean, Sirigu was, before he was at Torino, he was on fire. Underrated keepers. I mean, you can think, I think Oblak's underrated. I think Oblak is one of the best keepers in the world, but very rarely talked about by people outside Spain. But there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of very, very good goalkeepers. Right, a few more questions, and then I'm going to head off because I need to go to training. Keep going. What's your favourite hobby outside football? Nice, Lucas. I like watching films. That's a bit boring. I like travelling. I like seeing new places. And nothing really that unique. Why do you love the colour black? I don't know. Black and white. I've always liked black and white. What does being mentally strong mean for a goalkeeper? It means to be focused on what you need to do and not listen to the outside noise, whether that's when you're brilliant or whether when you make mistakes, but concentrating on your progression. Do you prefer training in the evening or the morning? I don't mind. I just like training. Fred, nice to see you, Fred. Fred asks, would you have preferred to be in the US draft system or the UK one? I've spoken about this before, in the fact that the US have a really good system that you have to go to college to be a professional. I think that's something that's very good because it gives people the opportunity to go to college who probably wouldn't have because of their ability in their sport. Whereas in the UK, if you want to be a pro, it's sometimes seen that you shouldn't go to university, and that means that people sacrifice their education for an opportunity to go and play professionally, which I think is wrong. However, in the US, I think it's hard to get into professional football. There's a very small league, there's no relegation, there's no promotion, there's not really a non-league system, and I think being in the UK football-wise has helped me a lot more than being in the US has. But the MLS is a brilliant league, so is the USL, and something that I'd like to play there one day, definitely. So, anything you want to do after football, Joe? Loads of things. I mean, there's loads of things I want to do whilst I'm playing football. I enjoy business. I did a business degree, and there's businesses that I want to do and run and work in. And I want to help, like I just said, education in UK sport, in professional football. I think education is something I can do to help with that. What's the best hub for training tips? Alfie, like I said, Pro GK Academy, go and have a look at theirs. Watch England goalkeeper training, they're brilliant. And hopefully my content, I hope that gives you some training tips. Have you heard about Lucas Fabianski's injury? I haven't heard, Jakob, what the recent one is. I know he was injured for a long time, came back and now injured again. But yeah. Best foods before training or a match. You want to basically, I did a video on this. Go and give that a watch. Series 2 of Keeping Goals, Nutrition for Goalkeepers. Give that a watch. How tall are you? I'm 182 centimetres. I have a phobia of getting hit in the nuts. No, I don't worry about that, but that's quite funny. Try not to worry about it. You're going to get hit, but it never hurts as much as you think it's going to. Do you have a Premier League fantasy team? I don't at the minute, but I hope yours is doing well. Love the videos, kind of very happy. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you, Lucas. I appreciate that. How can I improve my diving? It's practice, Victor. Practice over and over again, and practice of different types of diving. High diving, medium diving, low diving. Practice all over the time. Who would you prefer, Casillas or Buffon? Casillas for me. Absolute legend. Right, last question, and then I gotta go. Shoot. Would you ever want to go back to Macclesfield? I'd love to go back to Macclesfield. I'd love to play for them again one day at some point. Just got the K8 gloves delivered. Brilliant. Let me know how they are. I hope you enjoy them. Triple captain on Mane. Ah, well, seeing as he's a Liverpool player, I hope he doesn't score. Any tips for pre-match nerves? You've played hundreds of games. Don't worry. Just deal with the situation that happens to the best of your ability. That's all you can ask for. What's the standard like in the top division of Gibraltar compared to the second? That's a good question. So, as you'll have known from the vlog, the Gibraltar League's now split into two. So you have a top six and a bottom six. Europa Point, unfortunately, we didn't get into the top six, so they're in the bottom six. But now at Bruno's Magpies, we are playing in that top six, which means we're playing against the best teams every week. Playing against Lincoln, Europa, St Joseph's, Lynx, and Lions. And playing against the best teams every single week is only going to help me improve, because I'm testing myself against the best players in the league and in the country. So that's what made me move, and something that I'm really excited to be doing. Nike or Adidas? Ooh, I'd say Adidas if I had to pick between the two, but Nike boots for me. Right, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate your questions. Absolutely flying today, guys. Sending me some very nice questions, very good ones. I feel like we rattled through quite a lot. If I didn't answer your question, I am really sorry. Feel free to shoot me a message on Instagram. I'll always try and help out. If not, watch this stream next week, next Thursday, same time, and I will try my best to answer your question. Make sure you watch the vlog on Sunday. That'll be out as always. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But thank you very much. I hope you have a great rest of the week, and hope you enjoyed the stream. I will see you on Sunday for the next episode of Keeping Goals. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you in a bit.